Good evening, everyone. I hope the levels are okay, because didn't check. I was busy. I was busy before I started the stream, so I just like, screw it, it'll be fine. So hopefully this works. It does. Look at that. I might just shift myself down a little bit. There we go. That's better. That's fine. We'll go with that. Good evening, everyone. Hotel Cian, Thyrus, Ned Rage Fred. Hi. Ned Rage Fred did a fantastic stream earlier that kept me sane throughout my putting fly tipping figures together, and that was about as fun as could be expected. Tim and Space, hello. Random Fool, hi. Yeah, I did remember to do everyone this time. That was good, wasn't it? Right, now, initially, my plan was to play as Jeff, but what I wanted to do was name everything as Jeff, which, on the face of it, sounds confusing, and would have been, in my opinion, fucking amazing. However, turns out, making your own name file actually a lot harder than it looks. So, I think at one point I managed to break the game. Like, I completely fucked the race creation screen, and I don't know how I did it by just modifying name files, but I did. So anyway, fix that one. But everything was just going to be Jeff. So the ships were going to be called Jeff, all the names were Jeff, the planets were going to be called Jeff. Everything was Jeff. The idea being that everything would become Jeff. However, that will have to wait until I can work out how to actually name everything Jeff. So, we're a church. I want to be a religious leader, or at least one of them. And that sounds Jeff. It does sound Jeff, doesn't it? So, instead, I actually, like, what I was playing... Now, I wanted to play Void Dwellers because I know they made some changes to habitats recently. So, I mean, that I was gonna change the point rewards to being name something Jeff, and so you could name something Jeff. The irony being that everything would have already been called Jeff anyway. So, see. Even now, I'm chuckling to myself because that amused the shit out of me. So I'm going to do it at some point. I'm just going to have to work out how to actually make the name file first. Instead, I've actually come up with something sort of a little bit more sort of lawful, which I think is quite good. We are all Jeff. We are indeed. All hail Jeff. Yes. So what I thought we'd play Voidborn, and then I saw this throne room, the background sort of like looks a bit tattered, and I was like, you know what? If you were a race that's sort of like just stuck on these platforms, you don't know how you've got there. Like, as far as you know, you've always been here, but it must be packed. So if your species is, say, rapid breeding and also enduring, that's gonna put pressure on space, isn't it? So I thought, well, the logical thing is eventually things going to go wrong because there's too many of you on board a space station. At that point, you're going to think, well, we need something in place to make sure the population doesn't grow too large. So that's why we're a death cult, and also a police state. So anyone who doesn't like the idea of being a death cult gets put in the death cult. Megas of Mars! It's time for the After Dark stream. You know, it's when I go dark, I go dark. Not that dark, though. Oh, hot chocolate soothes the pain. Talking of pain, didn't take any painkillers before I started. Never mind. Probably against Twitch rules to take heavy-duty painkillers on stream, so I won't. Dark dressing gown. I mean, this is one of two. I've got this dark one, and I've got a lighter blue one, which is kind of like I've skinned Cookie Monster. It's kind of the same fabric. If you'd hunted and killed Cookie Monster, and then stripped him of his hide, then that's the kind of thing I think you'd probably get out of it. And I alternate them depending on which one Squidge has weed on most recently. So, that's the Light Friday evening entertainment I was looking for, right? Did you hunt him down? Didn't have to. Cookies, right? Just lay cookies on the ground, he came straight to me. Should have won the Cookie Monster one. If I did that, Telcion, I'd be smelling faintly of wee. So, I chose the alternative version, which, some may argue against that decision, but that's where I've come into it. So we're playing a Voidborn, Death Cult, and Police States. And we're also fanatical authoritarian and spiritualist, because if you're going to be a death cult, well, you kind of need to be a little bit spiritualist. And also, if you're living on tiny little habitats, then you're probably going to need fairly sort of authoritarian leadership. We can't smell it. I don't care if you can. That's not the problem. It's the fact that I can. That's the problem. And why aren't I drinking gin? Because I had 2 glasses of wine with my pizza earlier, and with another glass of gin, I would be literally fucking anyone's. So, painkillers. I just took some night nurse and I'm ready to party. Oh, Magos. That's the kind of party I want to be invited to. I recently got some mods for Stellaris, including Geiger Structural Engineering. I really wanted to... I got a real hankering to play Stellaris like a week ago, and I really wanted to try a Star Trek, like the Star Trek mod, because I've been watching Discovery recently. But then I didn't have time, and then Necroids hit, and now, of course, all the mods are fucking broken, so there we go. There are lots of us, only one of you. Benefit of the many. Well, yeah, I don't see it that way. So, okay, so we are starting with 3, because obviously we're Voidborn, so there's our habitat. So we don't start with the planets, we start off in space. That's right, elephants in space, because we're the elephant people. Have a look at our elephant people there, led by Matriarch. That's Telsian, did you want to be our... You can be our Matriarch, Telsian. There we go. So pretty he is as well. Lovely. And... okay, so we've got our Empire capital. Ducky! Hi, Ducky. We are one, we are many, we are legion. Yeah. How do you know I'm an elephant? Who told you that? Tim in space, you can be a scientist if you like, or the governor. Do you want to be a governor? Who have we got? Governor Tim in space. So we've got, because fuck me, why did I pick that name scheme? That was terrible. That was a terrible decision. That was a terrible decision. Tim and space. Governor Tim and space, governing the Azure Chalice. Make me male. I don't think I can. I think you have to be a matriarch. I mean, I can pretend by like a patri, but is that not reinforcing the patriarchy? Tim in space. Tim in. I guess that does make sense. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Where are we? Tim in space. Okay, we're just... But you're both patriarch. Let's manage to spell that wrong. There we go. There you go. Done it. Pointedly ignore it. Megas of Mars, thank you for subbing. Can I just say how much I love my sub gif? Because it's one of the best scenes in Stingray. Absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, so we start off with, we've got our Empire capital, which is a 6-district orbital habitat. Then we start off with 2 others, which are 4 districts. Now, we do start off with the tech to research. Candidate, thank you for the follow. James Birkin, greetings. Hi. It's nice, I swear. Hey, I'm not judging. Subgroup is amazing. I don't know where it's from. Knowing it's from Stingray helps diddly squat. It's so Stingray was kind of like, do you know Thunderbirds? It's basically the same thing, right? It was just by the same creator, same studio. So it's like the puppets, and Stingray's all about sort of being underwater, and there's like these mer people, and I think one of the first episodes, like Stingray accidentally does something to these mer people. They take the crew captive, and they're like, now we will sit you in front of our god, which is that fish, and like, if he looks away after 30 seconds, then we shall be at war and you are our sworn enemies. And then they have this scene where they're like switching between this puppet's face and this fish. And it's like, who... Who went? I know this is going to be the storyline, and then when the conviction, I have to give it to them. They just went with it, which is fair enough. But fuck me. I mean, wow. Anywho, so we already have advanced habitats unlocked. However, it is 20,000 research, and currently, 2,000 research takes 76 months. So researching that right now, probably not the best decision. So we're just going to research more research because that just seems like a good idea. There we go. Captain Scarlet was a superior of the shows. Oh, it had one of the best tracks, didn't it? I actually made a Captain Scarlet XCOM video with the theme tune, and it's fucking amazing. And every so often I go back and watch it, and I love it. I'm much confused. Captain Scarlet was great though. UFO was great. I mean, they were all good. They were all good. You can't go wrong with that. Anyway, I guess let's just start, because fuck it. Whack it on max speed, and we need to tell our science ship where to go. Now, having a look at where we are in the galaxy, it's a 600-star galaxy. We've got a little choke point there, a little choke point there, a little choke point there, and this looks all kind of like mostly easily defensible. So, assuming like some race hasn't started here or some bollocks like that, we should be in a fairly good place. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sneak over here first and grab these, and we're going to try and sort of block off this little section before we do anything else. I think that's the plan. Speaking of XCOM, we could do that sometime again and see how fast you can get every named soldier killed. We could. That would be good, wouldn't it? There's so much stuff I want to play. Oh, there's so many good games at the moment. That's the problem. I just don't have enough time. Right, also, first things first, let's make a science ship. Make another science ship, get that science on, get people out there, you know, go and teaching aliens what kissing is, or whatever they do. I mean, I'm not sure if you want to kiss an elephant, but my thinking is that these guys, like, are going to be, despite the fact they're enduring, they're very sort of like short term, because they're constantly having to like repair their habitats, and so everything must be scrapped, so any choice where we get, which is like, you can either have the resources now or have some stuff over time, it's going to be now, because they would be like, we need this stuff now because our habitats are literally falling apart, and if we don't get it, we're all going to die. Time continues to be my enemy. It is. Just put up polls in Discord. Stream games, you have no idea. The thing is, I'm like, there's always games I want to play. It's like I want to play multiples at the same time. That's the problem. MA kiss me. I mean, take me for dinner first. Jeez, you know, wine and dine me. I haven't had that extra class of gin yet. I'm not everyone's yet. Right, now we want another scientist elephant. We've got Yuiko. All of these names sound like they're from those Spanish sitcoms. Yuiko, it's liqueur. Holy shit. Okay, come on, 200 credits. I could go to the market and sell some stuff, but I can't be bothered. So I'm just... Oh, what's this? Efforts to map the surface of this planet have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have been formed naturally. Well, don't worry. Look, it's mountains. It's not going anywhere just yet. Leave be for now. We'll worry about that in a minute. Sensory is following. Thank you very much for the follow. Hi. Otherwise, we'll give friendly mod advice for future streams. I mean, I could always do that. I had the game paused. I was like, why haven't I got my money yet? Where's my money? Oh. Okay, now. I kind of want to go domination because that kind of feels a bit more sort of authoritarian. But the fact that this doesn't affect habitats, does it? Imperious architecture. So I'm tempted to go harmony. And I know a lot of people... I used to go discovery. But do I want to go... I mean, map the stars increases anomaly research speed. And it increases anomaly research speed also gives us map the stars edict. I'm tempted to go for harmony. Just because, like, food consumption. Because we can't build farms. We can only build the hydroponics. And I feel like that's, like... Seeing as our species is all about like desperately trying to cling together to maintain their structures, I feel like harmony, they're like, yeah, you're going to be harmonious, or we're going to kick you out of fucking airlock. Map the Stars gives extra anomalies as well. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. On the other hand, thinking about this, because planets with anomalies on them, we can't build stations on, can we? So actually, the more anomalies we find, isn't that worse? Throwing it out to the crowd, because I don't know. I'm going to Harmony, fuck it. Doing Harmony. Yep, there we go. Right, now I'm going to go over here. You can't colonize planets with unresearched anomalies, but you can build over them. But I thought if a planet had an anomaly, you couldn't build a habitat on top of it. So it was only planets which had like base resources. So like if a planet had like minerals but didn't have any anomaly on it, that was fine. But if it has an anomaly on it, it's like, no, no, no. No. I feel we must prioritise beer. Why beer? Why not? Pence Dort. Hello. Because beer is great. Beer is great. The Fist of Gods. Jesus, that's a massive fist. Right up the jacksy. Centuries ago, a group of radical priests and devoted followers of Azure Chalice broke away from the established religions to form their own church. These extremists have called themselves the Fist of God, and are responsible for many atrocities and acts of terror over the years. Although they have kept a low profile in modern times, we have recently learned that many of the agents have infiltrated our military. These renegades have secretly been diverting resources to the construction of a small fleet of starships at a hidden facility on Azure Chalice. When their treachery was revealed, the cultists blasted into orbit on their ships and fled to the Garden of Tect. They must be stopped.
Situation log updated.
And a Colossal Impact Pater has something. Yeah, leave me for now. Leave me for now. Right, what strength is this? 108. We're also 108. Okay. Heretics! Did I smell heresy? Let's get Admiral Muez Lecu. No, we can't afford him. Too expensive. He's too expensive in a general. We cannot acquire him. We'll worry about that in a second. Let's get some more ships. Build some more ships. Worry about the Fist of God in a minute. Also, we've got beans galore. We've got one beans. I've never seen beans in a home system. But we've got beans in our home system. And also, we've got 2 beans down here. We've got beans out the bean hole. Wherever that is. Brother, get the heavy flamer. Damn right. Fucking heretics. Look at them there. Being all heretical. There's something about... Is it me, or does the graphics on the Corvettes look a little bit blurry? Like it looks a little bit out of whack? The bigger ships seem fine, but the other one's not so good. Don't know. Right. Governing ethics attract leader lifespan. Yeah, sure, let's get that. Let's go with that. Right, we're building more ships because goods. Build more ships, and then as soon as we can, we'll get an admiral, and then we'll go and bop the rebels.
Star system charted.
The treacherous bastards. Okay, well, we're going to get Muiz. He's up. Right. Let us go. Let us not go quite so fast. Let's go that speed. That speed's fine. I like the fungoid ships. They're probably my favourite ship set. Don't know why. Actually, you know why? It's because they remind me of the Grineer from Warframe. We're gonna bop them easily. Look at this. Yeah, they're going down. They are blurry. They are blurry, aren't they? It's not just me. Cultist ship disabled. Our valiant space forces have skillfully disabled the ship in the cultist armada. It's mostly intact. We're picking up faint life signs from inside its hull. Once we've eliminated all threats in the immediate vicinity, we should conduct a boarding operation to secure any survivors. They may be able to tell us more about the ultimate motives of the Fist of God. Prepare the boarding charges.
Situation log updated.
GIF? Not a GIF. Let's not go in that direction. Yeah, let's not go in that direction. Okay, we didn't lose anyone. Perfect. And we can research the projects with boarding charges, which of course is the best way to do research with boarding charges. Because of course that boarding. I feel like we'd get further in research if we always use boarding charges. Though the survivors offered stiff resistance, our boarding party is able to secure several prisoners from the disabled cultist starship. From them we've learned that this conspiracy goes far deeper than we initially suspect, and agents of the Fist of God include several flag officers and high-ranking officials. We can only afford one admiral. Who the Alright, never mind. Within our government, mass arrests are being made on Azure Chalice and all assets belonging to the cult have been seized. However, several of the starships they built in secret remain unaccounted for, and the upper echelons of the cult's leadership have vanished. We have picked up faint ion trails leading to several outlying systems. We must pursue these terrorists. Alright, where are the little cheeky gits? Where have they gone? It's the middle of the galaxy, apparently. No, just there and there. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to be... that's fine. That's within range. That's a little bit harder to get to, but we should be fine. So, let's get another science ship. Good prisoners means lunch, right? I mean, it's space zombie time. Well, we're actually playing Scavenging Space Elephants. I mean, we are a death cult, but... I almost took the reanimated armies, but then I realised it was kind of boring. What's this? A large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around the planet, possibly the remains of some kind of massive fleet action. We'll leave B for now. We'll leave B for now. Actually, we should probably research that, shouldn't we? Because, like, scavengers. Oh, there's a little Einstein man. We should get the Einstein man, and we can switch him out for something else. Tim in space has gained a level. There we go. He's governing the shit out of those habitats. Holy balls. Good stuff.
Star system charted.
We are researching new boarding methods, but research has several days. We're unsure as why this happened. Because stuff keeps exploding, probably. Let's just go with more stability. Our stability is already going to be very, very high. But I'm like, let's just pump that stability out. All the stability. You can go back to orbits. We will build another ship. Got a science ship there. We can recruit Little Maniacal Man. And then we can take this scientist, I think. That will then complain that they don't have a scientist, and we can put Maniacal Man in there to keep them busy. Right. Let's come down this way. Oh, okay. So this way's if we grab this system, here, then that's quite a nice little choke point. So that's an option. Procession of Zeki fleet has been repaired. Perfect. Right, we're going to come and build an outpost. Oh, we don't have an outpost because we've been using all our alloys. That's a problem, isn't it? What minerals do we have? Okay, minerals aren't looking too bad. Upgrading this makes sense because it's just a flat upgrade. At first I was a little bit worried about the upkeep, but you already have that upkeep anyway. Oh, not the Grenadier, they're the worst ones. Ugh, the MCT, whatever the fuck that is, crew are eager to report they've uncovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring race on Talassus 3, who appear to have inhabited the planet for some 7 million years ago. While it's unclear why the species who call themselves the Grenadier disappeared from Talassus space, our scientists have isolated a promising archaeological dig site on the planet. Perhaps a further study will yield more clues. Curious.
Dungeon Master at your
Azul Phoenix 04, thank you for the follow. Remnants. The Mul Anork Church of Tomorrow is abuzz with news of the alien remnants that have recently been studied. These leavings are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but at least we are not the first to be so. I mean, you think living on, like, habitable, like, space stations when you don't have that technology would kind of give you the general gist there's probably someone out there. Abandoned Gateway. Oh, where's that? We don't know yet. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Abaddon's Demance. We have to locate what believed to be an ancient subspace gateway near Abaddon's Demance. It appears to have been part of a galaxy-wide network of similar stations which, when operational, allowed for near-instantaneous travel from one part of the galaxy to another. At some point after its initial construction, the connection to the rest of the network was severed. It now offers only one valid destination, an uncharted group of stars beyond a galaxy that astronomers have dubbed the L Cluster. Even more intriguing, the gateway was built entirely by microscopic nanites of an unknown design. Although the gateway emits faint power signature, it's been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop that prevents its activation. Until we find some way of aborting this process, the L Cluster will remain beyond our reach.
Situation log updated.
Fair enough. No biggie. Let's discover the Grenaer's beer recipes. I can't believe it's anything but Grenaer. I keep getting those, guys. It's so boring.
Found.
Shut up, freeze and don't touch it. What are you, my mother? Reading suggests the presence of an unknown fleet in orbit of abandoned demands. They do not respond to hails. Yeah, it'd be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, there's a little planet there, which obviously is useless to us, but lacking 29. We're already building, that's why.
Star system charted.
That's why.
Star system charted.
Okay. Let's go and have a look there. Let's go and have a look there. Go and looking there. Natural. Oh, a natural wormhole. We detect what appears to be a natural occurring subspace phenomena at the edge of the Futura system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has been formed there, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through space to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessel foolish enough to pass through it will be ripped apart in seconds. If only it could be stabilised.
Construction complete.
Wait, is that a triple star system? Probably. This one. Yeah. Triple star system. It's only got some beans in it though. Beans and energy, and that's it. So it's not that useful. That with all the cool anomalies. Now, can anyone... I remember the last time I played this on stream, I played the lithoids, and something went terribly wrong, and I can't remember what it was. I know something went horribly wrong. We're going to get Utopian Dream, which is going to increase our stability by 5% on all planets. There we go. So we should have stability. Yep, 82% stability. That's pretty fucking stable.
Anomaly found.
And oh. Right, we've got engineering research. So we want new research. We're going to go with Corvette hull points. Sure, let's do that. And did we have... What's this? An abandoned ship has been left adrift aimlessly above the planet. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest it relied on solar power function. It's only 120, so let's research that one. That's not too bad. And oh, we've got someone jobless here. Okay, in that case, we're going to get a research district because more science is just generally more good. You can't go wrong with more science. I thought you just had massive neighbours.
Star system charted.
Might have been. It might have been massive neighbours. They were huge. 50 feet tall, 30 feet wide, and other dimensions too. Uh-oh. More ships belonging to the Fist of God are being encountered in the Eol system. They are approaching in attack formation. Battle stations. Okay, what's that? 145. Ah, we can deal with them. Muiz, get in there. Nuke the fucking lot of them. Go and find out what this is. I want to know what this is. Solar Sail. We discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Futura 1. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteoroid, which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Who would live on a ship like this?
Star system charted.
Okay, let's
Star
go and
system
research these bits. Encounter in... That'd be... Oh, here. Oh, right, okay. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Azure Chalice. In many ways, ending the first chapter in the book of the Molyneux Church of Tomorrow's bid for a stellar empire. Right, what are you?
Technology secured.
Are you a science vessel? That is a science vessel. That is a fungoid. Fungoid. Wait, is that a science vessel or construction vessel? That's a construction vessel. That's not good. No, it's a science ship. Okay, good. So that means they are surveying that system. That gives us time to go and grab it before they can. Perfect. Okay, because we've got habitats and we don't have our own farms, I think getting food processing actually normally I don't bother with it, but actually could be quite useful. And then we're going to get automatic exploration, because telling science ships where to go is endlessly fucking annoying. Call the jobless one Thyrus. He has a job. He's my mod. If anything, he should be one of the ruler classes. Never been beaten by the religious cult event myself, because the final fleet always ends up in enemy space and they blow it up for me. That is a problem. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've managed to finish it a few times, but yes, unless you move fast, they do tend to get wiped out pretty quickly. I was never really good at this game. Things go a bit too fast, and there's a lot to wrap my head around. There is a lot of stuff to do, yeah. It's only going to give you stabbing issues. Yeah, but I mean, you know. There is a specific scar on the surface of the world and a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Sure.
Anomaly found.
Okay, despite expected projections, 2-brick 4 has a particularly large solid core beneath its incredibly thick mantle of unique gases. Don't we all? Our scientists recommend further investigation. Okay. Hey man, can I ask you a couple of questions about Stellaris? Of course you can. Feel free. More than happy. Right, we're going to grab that one ASAP, because there's I think there's some aliens here. Another empire's here somewhere, so we're going to block them off. Make sure they can't get that system. Any writing? Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing at the surface of Ifripi 4A. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Fascinating. I mean, could have put it in a book. Probably would have been the better option, but never mind. Feels like a wildly... surely geological changes would wipe that out pretty quickly.